So, welcome to the party capital of Mallorca, and I'm not in Magaluf today. I'm over here in Arenal on the Playa de Palma. Now, I'm making this video right before the next protest, which is due to take place in Palma on the 15th of June.
And if you've seen my videos from Arenal, you'll know that this resort is about the excesses of drunken tourism. So let's see what measures have been put in place, or whether it's the same story here along this area of the Playa de Palma.
Now I can hear some chanting. I'm right near the very busiest street. We're going to turn the camera around and let's get into the thick of it. Let's go and see what's going on today. So that's a good start to the video, isn't it? Got a big group of lads out, all chanting in the streets over here in El Arenal. I'm actually, before we head on to the busy area, I'm just going to show you around this area as well. Let's just head on down to the side streets. Now we're going to let them head off. But just to give you an idea what this lovely leafy area is like. Now of course, look, we're surrounded by huge hotels down here. I've got the Riu Hotel, I've got the hotel, this is called the Obelisco to my right hand side. But this resort is known for drunken tourism, and this is the number one reason why we get so many, in particular German holidaymakers coming here, because, well, this is more or less allowed.
And it's this kind of tourism excess that in this resort means putting the needs of drunken tourism over and above those living here.
But you can see how lovely and leafy this area is. I mean, it is really lovely, but during the summer months here, this kind of tourism is a living hell for many of the residents over here in El Arenal. And these are residents that have lived here for decades. And before I read comments saying, well, Mallorca's going to be nothing without tourism. Of course, Mallorca would be nothing without tourism. But do we need this kind of tourism that you're going to see today in this video? So we're going to head now towards the big party street over here in El Arenal. We're going to see what it's like. So let's head on down. So let's start this video right outside the Bomboleo. And we are in the official epicenter of drunken tourism here in Mallorca. Lots of people in this beer garden today. We are also in the epicenter of street sellers as well. So the beer garden here is absolutely packed. And all of these guys here are going to be pouring out onto the streets later. Now look, we can see just walking through here the amount of street sellers that we do have. I mean, this is incredible. I suspect they do have spotters out, because of course the police will pass by from time to time. And this is daytime. I'm filming this at lunchtime. Meals aren't being served here. Everyone's just out here for the beers. Just turning the camera around here. I'm outside Beer Koenig, just looking here at the Bomboleo. And look, there's a big football theme today, got loads of football shirts out as well. I mean, to be fair, we've got German music pumping out from all of these bars here. It is actually quite good-natured. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around because here's something that I have not seen for a long time now. We're looking up the street here. We saw the street sellers bundling up their stuff. And why is that? It's because we've got a police presence right at the end of this street. Not something I thought I'd see today, but there you have it. The police are just literally about 20 meters behind me, but these guys are ready to roll and go. Anyway, we are down here. We've come down to the waterfront. Let's see how busy it is today, and it is packed over here in the Playa de Palma. Goodness me, look, we're coming right out here onto the Palma City sightseeing little land train here, which goes down through Campastir and all the way down along the Playa de Palma through to Arenal. So it's no secret that this resort really needs to clean up its image. I mean, I don't think I've had anything good to say about it in my previous videos, apart from the fact that the beach is lovely and so is the promenade as well. But it's when you get to this area here, this big party area. It's called the Ballerman, and I'm so surprised today to see a police presence there right in that area. Now, I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference with regards to the illegal street trading that we see taking place down here, but has enough been done to try and alleviate this kind of drunken tourism down here? Well, let's keep walking in the direction of the mega park as well. Let's go and see what it's like, see how busy it is, and just see if it really does look, as one viewer did mention on the channel just in comments a few videos ago, it looks like people have come down here and just emptied their rubbish bins. But anyway, let's keep on heading on in the direction of mega park, and I'm going to try and help you understand some of the issues here about over tourism. Like I said, the protests that are going to be taking place in Palma, it's not about tourism, it's about this over tourism and it being just too much really for anybody to withstand here. So anyway, let's go and check it out. So the first change that I can see for 2025 is that we have rubbish bins every, I'd say 5 metres, if that actually, over here right at the back of the beach. As you know, if you've seen my previous videos, we get a lot of people sitting on the walls here having a few beers, but you're going to find a bin at every single point, and it's great to see these are now being made use of. But I have a feeling we're going to see some slightly different scenes the closer that we head towards Mega Park. So I'm also filming this at a time when we have big student groups over here on the holiday. That's what kind of banner they're holding up there. But anyway, they're all dressed up as chickens. And like I said, I'm not against everyone having a good time. You do have the right to have a good time. But it's more about having respect for all the places that you visit. Now, immediately I can actually see that there's a little bit less rubbish down here than normal. There is still that smell of stale alcohol. And I think all the clothes that I'm wearing today are going straight in the wash the second I step in, because I'm suspecting there's a fine coating of beer along all these walls too. And right outside of Balneario number 6, beach bar number 6, look, they've removed a big chunk of the wall here as well, giving access here to this luxury sunbed offering. Now, my goodness me, check out what's going on over here. There's a huge party on the wall, got some music playing, loads of drinking. Goodness me. So technically, it's illegal to drink on the streets over here in Mallorca. You'd never believe it, actually, but well, people do it. Got to say as well, with all the bins that we do have here, and they are obviously being filled up with cans and bottles, the smell coming out from each time I pass the bins is absolutely horrific. I don't know how anyone can sit at the back of the beach. But anyway, look at the area here. It is looking a lot cleaner than we've seen in previous years. And we're heading down towards beach bar number 7 and Mega Park. So as we continue walking along the promenade here, we're starting to see it get just maybe a little bit messier. Seagulls over here will be having a field day very soon. But before we take a look at Mega Park, let's just have a quick look a little bit further on down the coast. And check this out, look, loads of people are in the sea, loads of people are in the sea. Anyway, let's go and check out Mega Park. Let's go and see how this whole area is looking today. So Mega Park is a massive club here, and they have shows running throughout the day. Certain times of day gets much busier than others. But look, in spite of all the bins that we have here, people here don't care. A lot of people here on holiday don't really care. And just looking back as well at the 5th beach bar here. Look, the stickers are absolutely everywhere. Once you start to see them, you do see them being placed absolutely everywhere. Should be made to clear up after themselves. Anyway, look, we can see some more bottles here left out. And one thing I've seen down here as well is that the police were only on that central area, that central party area. I don't know if they're still going to be there or not, but that's your lot. And look, we can see a hut here. I think it's the toilets. They're actually putting stickers all over that too. Is this a football thing? I guess it may be. But this is the point where it also becomes absolutely okay as well, look, to put stickers on private property. Look at this. Someone let me know what this is all about. I mean, I don't know. So up till now, we've seen mainly men's groups going out down here on the Playa de Palma. But look, we've got a whole football girls group coming by me as well. Okay, so we've just had the illegal cocktail sellers coming along the beach. You can see actually they've actually run out of cocktails. These poor lads here have just bought some. Don't know how much they paid, but they could be actually drinking paint stripper for all you know, flavoured with a bit of ice and lemon. And that they're just coming along the beach. So once again, it's not just the illegal street sellers that we've seen, but it's also the cocktail makers as well. Look, here she is, she's coming along the beach with another load of drinks. Now apparently you can get fined up to €750 if you are caught buying from these illegal sellers. But as you can see, well, as I've seen in the comments on my videos, no one is being fined, nobody is being fined. And in fact, I think the police are having trouble trying to shut down this kind of activity. Okay, so I think I've found the cleanest bit of the wall to sit on, but I wanted to draw your attention to some other measures that have been taken down here to try and minimise this over-tourism, to minimise drunken tourism. And from what I've seen as well in the news, I've seen that beaches over here in El Arenal, on this big party area, they are being closed between the hours of 9:30 and 6 a.m. I've seen on social media that tape and barriers are being put up to try and just control people from entering the beach as well and creating a mess. So just bear that in mind if you're coming over. You might not be able to party in the same way that you did last year if you are a regular over here. Now the whole regulation here of trying to curb drunken tourism has been enforced since 2022, and you can see whatever measures that they've had in place haven't actually worked, because every single year it's the same down here. You can see where I'm sitting on the wall, you can see people coming past me, everyone's drinking, everyone's partying, and this obviously escalates as the evening goes on, as everyone gets a little bit drunker and they're just partying a little bit more. Now I have to say as well that in spite of everything down here that's going on, the atmosphere isn't too bad. I mean, this resort is full of happy partying holidaymakers, and it doesn't have that kind of threatening feel to it either. But if you're coming over here to the Playa de Palma, you really are coming over here for just one thing, and that's to party, to drink and to have a good time. Okay everyone, I hope you can understand some of the issues that you may see in the protests taking place on Sunday afternoon in Palma, particularly from residents that may well live in this area, and maybe they feel enough isn't being done to try and control this over-tourism over here in this, what is actually a massive resort. So I'm expecting to see some banners about that. The demonstrations taking place are not about being anti-tourism or anti-tourists or anti-people coming over here, but they are against people being sick in the streets, littering the streets and just causing a big old mess. Anyway everyone, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. I will be back here in the summer as well. We're going to come down here in peak season. We're going to see what it's like at night. Should be good fun. In the meantime, don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and from over here in Playa de Palma. Goodbye for now.